If you're a man over 60, this video could be one of the most important things you watch this year. Why? Because most men your age are unknowingly making serious mistakes when it comes to self-pleasure. And those mistakes don't just affect your performance, they can impact your prostate health, your confidence, and even your long-term vitality. This isn't about shaming or judging, it's about clarity. And if you stay with me for the next few minutes, you're going to see exactly how small changes in your habits can make a huge difference in how you feel every single day. Now let's be honest. Masturbation is a natural part of life. It keeps blood circulating, reduces stress, and helps the prostate flush out toxins. But here's the problem. The same way you can overtrain in the gym, you can also overdo it in the bedroom. Many men after 60 think more is better, but the truth is, balance is everything. When you push too hard too often, your tissues, already thinner with age, don't recover the same way they did in your 20s. That can lead to soreness, weaker erections, and even fatigue. Think of it like strength training. If you lift weights every single day without rest, your muscles break down. But if you train a few times a week and give yourself recovery time, you grow stronger. Your sexual system works the same way. The right rhythm, usually 2 to 3 times a week, is enough to keep your prostate cleansed, your testosterone active, and your erections firm without pushing your body into exhaustion. Before I go deeper, let me ask you for something small. If you're finding this helpful so far, go ahead and hit the like button. It really helps spread this message to more men who need it. And if you want to keep improving your health naturally, make sure you subscribe to Balance 365 because this is just the beginning. The first big mistake men make after 60 is ignoring recovery. You can't expect your body to bounce back as quickly as it did decades ago. Recovery is not weakness, it's wisdom. By respecting your body's signals and giving it the rest it needs, you'll actually feel stronger, not weaker. And in the long run, you'll enjoy intimacy more, with less strain and more confidence. The second mistake that most men over 60 make is relying too heavily on screens. Let's be real. Pornography is more available now than at any other point in history. A quick click, endless videos, instant arousal. It feels easy in the moment, but over time it comes with a cost. When you constantly train your brain to respond to extreme stimulation, it gets harder and harder to respond to reality. Erections feel weaker, arousal takes longer, and sometimes you don't feel much at all without a screen playing. This isn't just in your head. Science shows that repeated exposure to artificial stimulation changes dopamine pathways in the brain, the very system that drives pleasure, motivation, and satisfaction. Instead of building excitement naturally, your reward system gets dulled. That's why many men describe feeling empty or flat after. What started as a quick boost ends up leaving you weaker in the long run. But there's good news. You can retrain your brain at any age. The key is gradually reducing dependence on screens and reconnecting with your imagination, your memories, and your senses. Close your eyes. Picture someone or something that excites you. Focus on the warmth, the touch, the presence, not just an image. At first, it may feel slower, but with patience, your natural reactions return stronger. Erections feel firmer. Climax is deeper, and most importantly, intimacy with a partner feels real again, without your brain constantly comparing reality to an exaggerated fantasy. Think of it this way, porn is like junk food, quick, salty, sugary, but it leaves you depleted. Real intimacy, even with yourself, is like a nourishing meal. It requires more presence but gives back strength, energy, and satisfaction. And the best part? It's never too late to make that shift. By the way, if you're finding value in this conversation, pause for a second, hit like, drop a comment about your experience, and make sure you're subscribed to Balance 365. This channel is built to help men like you reclaim energy, confidence, and vitality in a natural, practical way. So, mistake number 2 is this: don't let a screen replace your senses. Trust your body, not an algorithm. Once you make this change, you'll be shocked by how much stronger, more responsive, and more alive you feel. The third mistake men make after 60 is rushing through the experience. Many of us spent decades treating self-pleasure like a race: get in, get out, and move on. Maybe it started when privacy was scarce or life was hectic, but over time, this fast habit conditions the body to release quickly and without depth. By the time you reach your 60s, that pattern can leave you frustrated, disconnected, and even insecure about your stamina. Here's the truth: your body is capable of more than just a quick release. At this stage of life, slowing down isn't just enjoyable, it's essential. Deep breathing, gentle touch, and mindful pacing all send powerful signals to your nervous system. They increase blood flow, heighten sensation, and allow arousal to build layer by layer. Instead of a rush climax that fades in seconds, you experience something richer, stronger, and more lasting. Think about it. Rushing through pleasure is like fast-forwarding your favorite song just to get to the ending. You miss all the beauty in between. When you slow down, you not only extend your enjoyment, but also strengthen your body's ability to respond naturally. And let me remind you, this isn't just about self-pleasure. Practicing patience and awareness carries over into intimacy with your partner. When you stop treating the body like a machine and start treating it like a symphony, connection becomes deeper, confidence grows, and satisfaction rises for both of you. If this message is hitting home, take a second to show your support. Hit that like button and subscribe to Balance 365. This community is all about helping men over 50 unlock energy, vitality, and strength in ways that actually work. And I promise you, every new video is packed with tools you can apply right away. So here's the lesson: slow down, breathe, explore, give your body the respect it deserves. When you do, you'll be amazed at how much power, confidence, and fulfillment is still waiting for you. The fourth mistake many older men make is sticking to one routine, one position, or one exact pattern every single time. At first, it feels safe and reliable. You know what works, so you repeat it again and again. But here's the catch: your nervous system adapts. When stimulation always comes from the same direction, the same speed, or the same grip, the brain and body get conditioned to respond to only that one pattern. Anything different starts to feel less exciting or even unresponsive. Over time, this one-way wiring reduces sensitivity and makes it harder to enjoy natural intimacy. The solution is to bring variety back into your practice. That doesn't mean you need to reinvent the wheel, it just means exploring different sensations. Try adjusting speed, pressure, rhythm, or even the environment. Some men notice that simply changing posture relieves pressure on nerves and vessels, which restores stronger, healthier responses. Science backs this up. Research in the Journal of Sexual Medicine highlights how adapting stimulation techniques with age helps preserve both sensitivity and long-term sexual function. In plain words, the more variety you introduce, the more alive your body stays. And let's be honest, variety keeps things fun. It keeps your brain engaged, your body curious, and your pleasure more fulfilling. Think of it like exercise. If you only ever did one single workout, your muscles would plateau. But when you switch things up, you grow stronger, more flexible, and more capable. Your intimate health works the same way. If this resonates, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe to Balance 365. Every week, we share simple, science-backed strategies to keep you energized, confident, and thriving, not just in the bedroom, but in life. Joining the community means you're not walking this journey alone. So remember, don't let routine dull your senses. Bring in variety, explore, and retrain your body to respond in richer, more natural ways. This small shift can reignite sensitivity, boost performance, and restore the spark that makes intimacy feel alive at any age. Another overlooked mistake after 60 is ignoring the deeper foundations of male sexual health, your prostate and your pelvic floor. Many men assume that erections and pleasure are only about blood flow or hormones, but in reality, these structures act like the silent engine running the whole system. When neglected, they weaken, and so does your performance. The prostate, for example, is not just a gland. It's a central player in ejaculation, fluid production, and overall sexual vitality. As men age, this small organ often becomes inflamed or enlarged, leading to weaker flow, discomfort, or even loss of confidence in the bedroom. Regular checkups with a urologist are not a weakness. They're a wise investment in your future. Catching problems early keeps you strong, capable, and worry-free. Equally important are your pelvic floor muscles. These deep muscles act like the foundation of a house. They hold everything up. Weak pelvic muscles can lead to softer erections, less control, and even urinary issues. But the good news is, you can train them. Simple Kegel exercises, contracting and releasing the same muscles you use to stop urination, done daily can restore strength, stamina, and sensation. Many men are shocked at how much improvement they feel within weeks. Balanced health is the key. And speaking of balance, if you're finding value here, take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to Balanced 365. This channel is dedicated to helping men like you stay strong, healthy, and confident, not just surviving the years after 60, but thriving in them. Think of it this way: you wouldn't ignore your heart or your lungs. Why ignore the very muscles and glands that power your intimacy? By strengthening your pelvic floor and caring for your prostate, you're not only protecting your sexual health, but also your overall well-being. When these foundations are strong, erections become firmer, climax more powerful, and satisfaction far deeper. So make it a habit. Train your pelvic muscles, schedule regular prostate checkups, and take ownership of this chapter in your health. Your future self will thank you with energy, confidence, and vitality that most men your age only dream about. After 60, one of the most overlooked keys to sexual health is pacing and rhythm. Many men still approach self-pleasure with the same urgency they had in their 20s, rushing through the experience. But your body at this stage needs something different. It thrives when you slow down and allow arousal to build layer by layer. Think of it like a fine wine. It gets better when savored, not rushed. By slowing your movements, adding breaks, and breathing deeply, you allow blood flow to remain steady and your nervous system to stay relaxed. This balance prevents quick exhaustion and supports stronger erections. Some men even discover that by practicing stop and start techniques, pausing when close to climax and then resuming, they not only last longer, but also experience much more intense releases. Another overlooked factor is touch variety. Don't rely on one motion or one speed. Change the angle, pressure, or even hand position. You can also include gentle massage around the thighs, lower belly, or perineum. These areas are packed with nerve endings that awaken sensitivity throughout your body. By exploring beyond one repetitive motion, you awaken connections that may have dulled over time. Remember, intimacy, whether alone or with a partner, is not just about the genitals, but the entire body working in harmony. And here's something powerful. Studies show that regular self-pleasure, done with care, may actually support prostate health by reducing congestion and promoting circulation. That means not only better performance, but also better long-term well-being. Gentle, consistent practice is like exercise. It keeps your system active and functioning. If this insight resonates with you, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Balanced 365 because these simple shifts in your habits can truly redefine how you experience pleasure after 60. So let's bring it all together, my friends. We've talked about avoiding rushed habits, protecting your dopamine system, reconnecting with your imagination, and using your body as a whole, not just one part. We've seen how slowing down, varying touch, and practicing with patience can transform the way you experience intimacy. But here's the most important truth: your health and pleasure are deeply connected. If you're dealing with prostate issues, low energy, or concerns about erectile health, ignoring these signals will not make them disappear. Taking care of yourself through mindful self-pleasure, good nutrition, and regular checkups is not just about performance. It's about confidence, vitality, and long-term health. At Balance 365, we believe no man over 50 should feel left behind or ashamed when it comes to sexual wellness. That's why we share practical, science-based tips to keep your body strong and your confidence high. If you found value in today's message, please take a second to like this video. It helps us reach more men who need this guidance. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss future content designed specifically for your stage of life. Finally, if you or someone you care about struggles with prostate health, erection difficulties, or simply wants to understand how to stay strong in later years, explore our other videos on the channel. You'll find powerful, life-changing information that most men wish they had learned decades earlier. Remember, this chapter of life is not about decline, it's about rediscovery. With patience, knowledge, and the right habits, your 60s, 70s, and beyond can be some of the most fulfilling years of intimacy you've ever known. Stay strong, stay confident, and I'll see you in the next video.